The Cultch, a presenting organization based in Vancouver, Canada, was working with TRG Arts to see how productions that speak to particular core values and genres affect their audience's buying behavior and loyalty. Let's start with a quick intro or reminder of patron loyalty. At performing arts organizations, almost every patron begins as a new ticket buyer. We call the beginning of the relationship an entrance. If they enjoy the first date with you, they'll come back. The plot thickens if and when the patron buys twice in the same season or year. We call that a multi-buyer. When the romance heats up and goes to the subscriber or membership level, this is almost akin to moving in together or getting engaged. Donation, that's like getting married, because once you have each other, you often have them for life. Finally, advocate or investor. That's like celebrating a golden anniversary. Not many get here, but these relationships are worth their weight in gold. The evolution of patron development is a series of largely incremental next steps or escalations, each involving more active, more frequent, more current transactions that cumulatively represent longer, greater patron investment. So how did artistic programming come into play for the Cultch? First, let's talk about the types of programming that tended to attract patrons, or as we mentioned before, acted as entrances. The types of programming that tended to attract brand new ticket buyers were comedies, cross-disciplinary work, and dramas. The Cultch also looked at programming that touched on certain programmatic themes or core values. The core values most likely to attract new single ticket buyers were works featuring gender politics and topical themes. They were also interested in people who ended up buying tickets to multiple productions. What type of programming were more likely to lead to same season engagement after first purchase? The top three genres: music, puppetry, and cross-disciplinary work. On the core value side, gender politics and works produced in partnership were most likely to retain patrons of the same season. Now, let's look at the opposite. Which categories were correlated with patrons ending their relationship with the Cultch? Subscribers who lapsed followed two basic patterns. The package type they purchased played into this. The Cultch has a flexible subscription with vouchers. You can use these vouchers all as tickets to one show or spread out your attendance throughout the season. For this group, using a voucher on comedy was correlated with exits from the database. The core value that led to the exits were gender politics, topical works, and works produced in partnership. The BYO subscription is similar to a fixed-seat, full-season subscription at other organizations. Genre did not have much effect on exits for these subscribers. The core values of family and new audiences drove exits, but this effect was minimal. Once subscribers commit at this level, they commit to a wide variety of programming and tend to be fairly open-minded. Sometimes something may cause them to lapse, but likely not programming. For multi-buyers, drama and dance genres were most likely to result in attrition, as well as diverse and disability programming, topical programming, and works produced in partnership. New single ticket buyers tended to stop attending after spoken word, dance, and music programs. On the core value side, exits correlated with topical works, works selected for new audiences, works produced in partnership, and works selected for current audiences. We want to pause here to note that this doesn't mean the Cultch shouldn't do programs in these categories. Different genres and core values play different roles. Even though a category may have a high exit rate for one buyer type, those who stay are stickier and more likely to move up. For example, you may see diverse and disability on the multi-ticket buyer level here, but as we move forward in our analysis, you will see it plays an important role in escalations as well. Lastly, let's look at escalations. Which categories made patrons take a step up the loyalty ladder? We want new single ticket buyers to buy multiple tickets in the next season. What do they buy before that happens? At the Cultch, they tend to buy cross-disciplinary works, comedies, works produced in partnership, and works produced with current audiences in mind. We want those multi-buyers to become subscribers in the next season. Multi-buyers have, by definition, purchased a combination of productions. So the combinations that are hot for those about to subscribe are drama plus any other genre, or puppetry and any other genre. Of course, seeing drama and puppetry together is super hot. As for core value, you see the same thing with unique programming as well as diverse and disability programming. Once they've subscribed, we want them to donate. Here, TRG did not find any clear pattern in the data. As with BYO's subscriber exits, the decision to make a donation doesn't appear to be dependent on programming. Are you curious about what this looks like to your organization? Email letstalk@trgarts.com and start your analysis today.